and welcome to Story on your Thursday night, and we are kicking things off with a goldfish.
Well, yeah, a goldfish that almost got into quite a lot of trouble today. Did get in a lot of trouble, but the goldfish is now home with mum and dad and the 20 other brothers and sisters, and not a great day on the PR front for Jetstar.
I don't know that they are going to come out the heroes in this fairy tale.
No, a bit of mopping up to do. So on the show tonight, the ultimate flying fish. It's a Flying Nemo story about a man, a woman, and a goldfish that nearly ended up being flushed off. Whoops, a Jetstar flight.
Plus political madness and political correctness in the US. We catch up with Heather to find out why people who've died say at least they didn't have to choose to vote for either Trump or Clinton.
Pretty desperate stuff, isn't it? How much good stuff can you fit into 6 seconds? Well, the All Black Sevens are finding out with the help of the king of the internet.
Thanks so much for joining us with our partners, Electric Kiwi.
Now, this has been the big story today. This is, and you may well have heard of the flying fish, haven't you? Because you've heard of this, because Jetstar hasn't. So when James Eyre attempted to fly from Wellington to Auckland with a goldfish, Little B for Little Black, Jetstar told him, yes, you could do this, then... No, you can't, basically.
Now, the trouble is, by then the plane was already taxiing for takeoff. James had previously been told this fish could fly, and this wasn't just any old goldfish, it was a special one, a birthday present for his girlfriend Edith. The final flush beckoned for the poor wee thing until Dan Parker and Amanda Gillies stepped in.
So Little B was supposed to end up in this tank with old Roy and Walter over here.
Feeling a bit empty?
It is a little bit, only the two of them in there at the moment, so I was hoping to bring up some more company for them.
James Eyre, owner of 2-month-old Little B, and yes, he was named after the rapper, but no one was wrapped with what happened to the little goldfish who was booked on a Jetstar flight from Wellington to Auckland in a little Tupperware container this morning. James was initially told his fish could fly.
She spoke to her supervisor, who then said, run it through with Jetstar. So that did happen at the gate. From what I'm told, they spoke to the flight deck, and me and Little B went on the plane without any other issues.
The plane, full of passengers, then started to taxi to the runway. That was the moment, James said, when things suddenly got turbulent. A flight attendant confronted them.
And I was told that he wasn't able to be on the flight with me, and I was meant to leave Little B behind, so Little B drew the short straw and got left behind. It was a bit ridiculous, I mean, to get through several different sort of layers of security or whatnot, and then be told on the plane as we were leaving that I wasn't actually allowed the fish was a bit of a joke to me, really, to be honest.
The plane, he said, was held up for about 30 minutes while it was sorted. James thought his only option was to flush his fish down the toilet. Meanwhile, James's girlfriend Edith was in Auckland with a freshwater travel container waiting for her man and her fish. You see, Little B was supposed to be her birthday gift.
You a little bit heartbroken?
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
It was just really, and like picking James up from the airport without Lil B, it was like, oh, it's just really sad.
Probably should have booked 2
But
seats
yeah,
in
and
the
I
end.
just can't stop thinking about like where he is now and what's happening.
What was happening is Little B was being handed to the friend of another passenger, a total stranger, who'd offered a foster home.
He could get someone to pick him up and to take him home to his fish pond, where he has 8 other fish in it, I believe, so it was kind of a happy ending, I suppose, in that respect.
Little did they suspect that story could do happier still.
Hey, see that? Lord of the Rings.
We found Little B at the airport.
He's not going to hurt you.
My job was to make sure he didn't miss his Air New Zealand Mercy flight, because the airline had realised the potential PR bonanza by helping us get this little fish to our biggest pond.
Oh, you forgot Little B's boarding pass.
Oh, thank you, Del.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
And it was gold treatment the whole way.
This is now our final call for passenger Little B.
The flying fish was a bit of a novelty,
Hi there.
and he was getting plenty of attention.
Here we are on Air New Zealand, travelling at about 27,000 feet, which probably makes this guy one of the highest flying fish of all time. It's quite bumpy today, so the good thing about this guy, 7-second memory, won't remember a thing.
But James and Edith hadn't forgotten anything, and they were waiting at Auckland Airport for official confirmation that the goldfish has landed.
Hey, mate.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. It truly does mean a lot. Thank you so much.
No problem. My pleasure. A nice end to a rough day.
Yeah, it was a long day of travel for Little B and me. Got here in the end. Can't wait to get him in his new tank with his new buddies.
We thought we'd never see him again, and now we've got him.
So Little B, James and Edith are together in Mount Eden celebrating her birthday tonight. No thanks to Jetstar.
It's been a quiet news day.
I'm putting it out there. I'm going to say Lil B has the potential to be the most famous critter in the country, next to Shrek, the sheep.
Oh, the sheep, yep, that's good.
Lil B the fish.
Yeah, and New Zealand can do really, really well out of this, you know. We care for your precious cargo. I can see billboards and things. But we should send them an invoice.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
I was going to say be on payroll.
Yeah. So we asked Jetstar for their official comment on all of this, of course, and they told us this. We know Little B doesn't take up much room, but live animals are not able to be carried on Jetstar flights either domestically or internationally. It goes on to say our team members, let's have a look at this, are aware of this policy, which is also published on our website.
So James was initially told it was okay to bring the fish. Jetstar say they followed up to make sure that the correct advice is being given to passengers before they get on board, and they say the aircraft left the gate 10 minutes after schedule, returned to offload Little B, then arrived in Auckland around 35 minutes late.
Can you imagine how furious people would have been as they taxiing down the runway? And the flight comes to an end and it goes back to the gate because of a goldfish.
I think, would they have known on the flight the reason that they were turning around? They certainly do now.
Word would have got around.
They're going, Lil B!
Word would have got around. Anyway.
Now, from a fish on a plane to one who, she tried to get away, but we have reeled her back in again for you. We caught up with Heather today, who's enjoying her last week in the US.
Yeah, so there was plenty of talk